her position's so weird. She's like the one person that like I know is not gonna win.
Maggie?
Not a very popular opinion to have in this office.
Why don't you think she'll win?
Kelly, yeah, it's really popular, and like I don't listen to polls, but like polls in the Senate race, even like from like liberal sources, say that like Kelly has like a 1 or 2 or 3 point lead. And Kelly's field program has been going on since April, maybe. She has way better name recognition. People really like her.
Oh, why?
Maggie has a good personality. I know you love Maggie Hassan, and I'm really sorry to like break her.
It's okay.
Maggie Hassan is the once popular 2-term Democratic governor from New Hampshire. Polls show her losing her Senate race to the incumbent Kelly Ayotte. Maybe that's because the people of New Hampshire don't really like Hassan that much, or maybe it's because they don't know where she stands on the issues. And that's coming from Hassan's own campaign staff.
I disagree with Governor Hassan, like, a lot.
Really?
I like her, but she's a little too moderate for me. I'm pretty moderate. She's not that liberal. I don't like her statement on refugees.
Really? What did she say about refugees? Did I have it?
She doesn't think more should enter New Hampshire.
Really? Wow.
I mean, she's got a lot of people to play to, so I understand.
What do you mean?
So, like, the position she's running for, she's got to win some of the conservative vote.
Okay. That's interesting. I always thought she was pretty liberal.
Last November, candidate Maggie Hassan became the first Democratic governor to call for a break in the intake of Syrian refugees into her state. It sounded a little suspicious, maybe like a candidate blowing in the wind of popular public opinion. So we wanted to find out what Hassan and her staff really thought about accepting Syrian refugees into New Hampshire. Last December, our journalist asked Hassan at a tree lighting ceremony.
No. So what I have said is the FBI and the CIA raised concerns about whether ISIS could infiltrate our current vetting system. So I said, could we stop and just address those concerns as best we can? I don't expect that anything's perfect, right?
No, of course.
You know, and then I think we should do our part to help the Syrian refugees, like we've always helped with all refugees.
Let them in the future?
Yeah, I mean,
hopefully.
if they're vetted right.
At the same event, we met Amber Barbagallo, executive assistant to Governor Hassan. Despite what Hassan said publicly, Barbagallo told our journalist that Hassan wouldn't turn away Syrian refugees from the state.
So she's not going to turn people away, is she?
No, not at all.
She won't turn
Not
Syrian
at all.
refugees away?
No, not at all. And it's actually, she doesn't have the power to do that as governor anyway. You know,
But why did she, I guess, say that she wasn't for having them? Why did
pretty
she say
much
that?
what she said was that she wanted to have a pause in the flow of letting folks into the country, just to reevaluate the systems that we have in place, just to make sure, you know, hey, we have detained people in the United States who have gone to join ISIS. We have arrested them, but maybe we should just take a second look, make sure that our code, everything's up to snuff, make sure that we're not going to be letting in anyone who could do damage to the United States. And, you know, the process is a very lengthy process, and the governor knows that, and I think she did just want people to sort of just take a second look and maybe just take a pause right now, reevaluate, make sure that every single thing that we do is every single process that's in place, there are no loopholes and there's nothing that we can miss. She would never turn away any refugees, and she won't be doing that as governor.
So she would let them in?
Of course.
We should bring them here to New Hampshire.
Right, yeah. I mean, I agree with that. And
she agrees that we should bring the Syrians here too to help them out?
I mean, she would not ever turn anyone away, and it's the federal government who places refugees. So if the federal government chooses New Hampshire, which we have a number of refugee settlements of Bangladeshi settlements here in New Hampshire and Sudanese settlements here in New Hampshire.
If the federal government chose here to be a Syrian placement, she would let them in. She'd welcome them. Open arms.
Yeah, of course.
Colin Van Ostern is a Democrat running to replace Hassan in the governor's office. He disagrees with Hassan's stance. So do some Democratic staffers in her state.
How is he on the Syrian refugee thing? he disagrees with Maggie. Oh. Yeah. So he thinks that, New Hampshire should accept more Syrian refugees. Do you know why she really thinks that? I don't, actually. I just know that she put out a statement on it earlier in the summer, and I didn't like it.
Hassan has been publicly criticized since going public about wanting more vetting of Syrian refugees, and at times seems to flip-flop on the issue. So in October, we followed up with her at a fundraiser in New York City. We wanted to know if her stance on the Syrian refugee crisis would be different when speaking to a room full of donors.
So you would agree that we have to arm up the moderate forces in Syria? Now, do you think that would create more of, how should I put this? More of a migrant crisis, or more of a refugee crisis, rather?
It very well might. I mean, there's going to be, the refugee crisis is going to continue.
During the event, our journalist spoke to Daniel Simon, one of Hassan's large donors. He didn't seem very happy about her stance on Syrian refugees.
And that was one of the things that I gave the politician answer. I gave a question about Syria, talked about ISIS. Okay, I get ISIS.
I was thinking she's giving a very non-trivial politician answer. Again, sorry to hear that, but she got on some people's bad lists for taking that position.
So what do you think she believes in now?
Well, there are 14 of them there now. I don't think governors are in position to say no legally.
Really?
Yeah. I think the federal government has plenary authority over immigration rules and laws, so I think that preempts any governor's request to say not in my state.
So why did she say no the first time?
Because people in New Hampshire are scared.
So she's trying to play into their vote?
She was. I don't know what her position is now.
I'm so surprised that the governor said what she said about refugees.
But again, that was over 6 months ago. I don't know how the position has changed. And I think she probably got an earful from people like the people in this room. I didn't hear her walk it back, but it's a good thing.
Good, thank you.
I know that there are members of the donor class who said, I'm not giving to her because she said that.
She's what?
I'm not giving to her because she said that. I don't know how many, even ones that continue to give probably went up to her and said, you better rethink this. Right? Sometimes there's an advantage to being accountable to the donor class every now and then.